Welcome to the webinar, What to Expect in a TOT. This information will help you prepare for the TOT and become comfortable with the format and expectations. This webinar is available to you to watch as many times as you wish. If you have any further questions, you can reach out to TARS at any time by email, tarss@umn.edu, or by phone at 612-624-5708. The Training of Trainers, or TOT, is a special Level 3 course that prepares participants to train on specific content. TARS is the organization that facilitates the TOTs for in-person DCYF-owned curriculum. The intention of the TOT is not to train the content of the course, but to share the delivery model of the content. You will need to review and become familiar with the content of the course before the first TOT meeting. This webinar is available to you to use and does not require develop registration. Since it's less than 2 hours, it is not develop approved and will not appear on your training record. It will, however, help you prepare for the TOT in several ways. You will be directed to the syllabus, which gives you expectations for completion of the TOT. There is an example of a Canvas course, which will help you locate the materials needed for this course. You will also learn about the training segment delivery. This is a 5-minute training example that is required for each TOT participant. A syllabus is an outline of the entire course. It provides information about the instructor, meeting times, and participant expectations. Since the TOT is a DCYF course, the participant expectations include submitting all assignments and having your camera on for the entire scheduled live video session. At TARS, the live video sessions are held over Zoom. The syllabus also has the schedule for the training segment delivery, which we will discuss later in this webinar. TARS uses the learning management system called Canvas. You will typically have access to this course about 1 to 2 weeks before your first Zoom session. You will use the site to access your trainer materials and submit assignments for the course. You will need to access this before your first Zoom session, so you are prepared. TARS can help you if you run into any issues accessing your Canvas account. When you're in the Canvas site, you will want to find important documents. The course materials include the facilitator guide and PowerPoint files. It is very important for you to download these. It is your professional responsibility as a trainer to keep these and have them ready when you train. It is recommended that you save the materials on your computer or external hard drive, as well as have a backup copy in an online or cloud-based server. The participant materials is also called the participant guide. As a trainer, it's helpful to see what the participants will see during the course, and they can also access them on the Achieve website. Let's start by taking a look at the Canvas site. When you log in, you will see the title of the course. This example is Training of Trainers, Developmentally Appropriate Behavior Guidance. The Canvas site is also very important because it has the files you need to be successful in the TOT. On the left-hand side, is this Files button. Click that. And here you will see some folders. You will open this course materials folder. Here I see multiple files. Find the facilitator guide. This is the facilitator guide that you as a trainer will follow when you deliver the content in future training. You want to download this and save it to your computer. You are responsible for saving this and having it ready for your scheduled training events. Again, we started at our Canvas home. We clicked on Files. We opened the folder for course materials. And here are the documents you want to download. If anyone is looking for a participant guide in a DCYF-owned course, they can find them on the Achieve website. Go to mncpd.org. Here you will see a top menu. Go to Resources, and then scroll down to DCYF Participation Guides. This site has each participation guide listed in alphabetical order. Trainers and participants can scroll down, find the name of the course they are taking, click on the title, and then the participation guide will appear. Again, that's mncpd.org, Resources, DCYF Participation Guides. Let's go back to Canvas to locate the syllabus. Remember, the syllabus is the document that has all of the information about the TOT event. It will have the instructor, it will have the dates and times, any assignments, and the assignments for the training segment delivery. So when I go to my course Canvas site, I can see some tutorials in case I need help learning the Canvas system. Here is the button for Syllabus. I open that, and here is an example of what a TOT syllabus looks like. Remember, this is not for our TOT that you're doing right now. This is for an example of developmentally appropriate behavior guidance. You will want to read through all of the information. And before your first live video session on Zoom, scroll to the very last page where you will see the presenter schedule for the training segment delivery. This will show the session that you are presenting. So if it says session 1, that would be day 1 of the Zoom. And it will tell you which slides you are presenting. The schedule will be very important in your preparation. One part of the TOT that is most unique is the training segment delivery. The purpose of this is so that all the participants in the TOT have the opportunity to practice presenting the content. You'll also get to see how others present and get ideas from each other. Remember, all TOTs are a level 3 course in Develop. That means you are designing and implementing. So you will do a segment of the actual training in the TOT. Then after the segment, there's about 2 minutes of feedback so you can hear what other participants thought of your delivery. This is why you need to read the facilitator guide and review the slides before your first TOT meeting. Keep in mind, this is an example of how you might do it. You don't need to break people into breakout rooms and have them actually do the activity. You only have a few minutes. What you would do is say, at this time, I would break participants into 4 groups and assign them this way. I would give them 10 minutes and bring them all back.
My name is Wendy Carter, and for this training demonstration today, I will be covering a portion of the basic child development training. I'll be addressing the KCF area child development and learning. The key concept development occurs in predictable patterns, but children develop at individual rates. In this training section, we would have just covered content on play-based learning, how to adapt play activities to meet a child's needs, and the different stages of play. And we would have just watched this short video from 0 to 3, what is play-based learning. After the video, we would take a few minutes to have a little partner discussion. So with a partner, I would like you to talk about your observations and experiences with each stage of play. What challenges have you experienced in your work with children in various stages of play? What about if you have a multi-age group? How might that impact the children's play? And how do you support and interact with children during each stage of play? So at that point, we would have that brief partner discussion and then come back together and share some highlights of those discussions. Being present and in the moment with children allows you to provide support when they need it. This might be something like stepping in to help children solve a conflict with another child, being close by to offer emotional support when a child is exploring a new environment, maybe intervening to protect children's health and safety, or offering ideas or knowledge as a resource. Support may also take the form of scaffolding. Scaffolding means giving children the support that they need at just the right time to reach the next level of development. It might look like offering an encouraging word. For example, reach just a little farther so you can get to the next bar on the climber. Maybe giving some physical support if a child is learning to use scissors, or modeling how we clean up when we hear the cleanup song. Oh, I hear that cleanup song. That means it's time to go and help out with those Legos that we played with. Scaffolding happens in the zone of proximal development. Lev Vygotsky, who is a child development theorist, defines this concept as the space between what a child can do on their own and what they can learn to do with the support of someone more experienced. Here's an example. When a child is first learning something new, like how to zip up their coat, they observe others, they try it on their own, they might become frustrated. Hopefully they'll ask a friend or an adult for assistance, and they'll receive guidance, modeling, and instruction. As the skill develops, the child needs less and less help until they can finally do it all on their own. Here's a little reflection activity. I would ask you to take out a Post-it note and think about a child in your program who is currently developing a new skill or maybe is interested in learning a new task. I would like you to reflect on these questions. What help can you give this child? How do you determine the amount of assistance that's needed? What if an educator does not give enough help or encouragement? We know that children often learn best with the help of a peer. Is there another child who is more skilled, who can give support? And then I would encourage you to put this note somewhere where it will remind you to think about how to best support this child and help them reach the next level of development. Scaffolding requires several key considerations. First, we need to understand child development. We need to be able to approach the unique ways that individual children learn. We need to set realistic goals, and we find ways to adapt our teaching strategies to fit each child's needs. Some effective strategies might include asking prompting questions, like, what do you think would happen if we added more blocks to your tower? Maybe offering choices or a range of possible answers to help the child solve problems and make decisions. Since the dramatic area is full right now, would you like to play at the art area or maybe try the sensory table? Or what if we could set a timer? Do you have other ideas? We could make suggestions. What would happen if we mixed the blue and yellow paint together? We might model the skill or task for a child, such as showing a child how to fold their paper for an activity. We provide encouragement in verbal and nonverbal ways, like gestures or eye contact. And we provide physical support, for example, using hand over hand when a child is learning scissor skills. And then we engage in children's play as a co-learner while still allowing the child to take the lead. Like when we're playing in the grocery store or dramatic play area, maybe asking, what do we do now when we are ready to pay for the groceries?
To prepare for this training segment, you need to read the syllabus. And then once you know which section you're assigned, find that section in the PowerPoint and facilitator guide. Then think about how you might deliver this to a group of participants. Practice this segment and become comfortable with the delivery. You will share it at the TOT. Now that you have learned what to expect, it will be helpful to take the following steps to prepare for your first TOT meeting. Log into Canvas. Your TOT introduction email will tell you when Canvas is available. Read the syllabus. It is available on Canvas. Make sure you read the expectations for participants. This includes having your video on and being present for all live video sessions. Refer to the last page of the syllabus that shows when you deliver your training segment. Then find those slides and script in the course materials. Prepare your segment delivery. Read through the entire facilitator guide. Taking the time to prepare for this course will ensure you complete all requirements and be added as an approved trainer. If you need any more help, don't hesitate to reach out to TARS. We want everybody to be successful in the TOT and beyond.